Hey y'all, it's Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. Picture this. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app when you spot it. A brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's room of choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
What time-wasting marketing tactics do you need to stop right now? Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
Serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it up.
What is up? What is up, my dark horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of successful marketing learning. I'm your dark horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you? Well, that, my friend, is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. And that's why I'm here hitting you with another daily success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game, because as we already know, there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goals every single day. Now, as we usually do before we kick this off, if you're getting any value out of this podcast, be it from the guests that I'm lucky enough to bring on or from these daily success tips, please make sure you go on down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're right there, you should go ahead and leave us a 5-star rating and drop us some kind words in the review. It only take a second. These subscribes, ratings, reviews tell the podcast platforms that we're delivering some value, so to lift us up a little bit in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So again, if you're getting any value, please take a moment, show the love, and help spread the word. All right. After that amazing interview with Jason Portnoy yesterday, it's kind of obvious, and you probably already knew it, that marketing is part and parcel of being an entrepreneur, of being in business every single day. And, you know, we've arrived in an arena where digital marketing is really becoming more and more important for building your brand and, of course, generating sales. And is it just me, or does it seem like every single day there's some new tip, some new tactic, some new technology, option, resource, or tool that's being introduced, and each and every one of those seem like an untapped gold mine to you as a marketer, right? You know, it's almost like that shiny object syndrome squared, you know, times 100, times 1,000, times 365. And it's these circumstances that kind of prompted our discussion today, because it's extremely crucial for you as an entrepreneur, as a businessman or woman, or as a marketer to follow some sound marketing strategy and cut out frivolous time wasters. You know, we only get 24 hours a day, right? And, you know, we've got to eat and sleep some of those times. So time wasted is money lost. And to grow a business, an entrepreneur has to identify the feasibility of the time it's going to take to invest in marketing efforts. And on the flip side, you're also going to have to review the efforts you're currently putting in and what's the ROI? Are you getting the bang for your buck? Are you getting the bang for your minutes spent? So it's not just the dollars that are being spent, it's that time that you're investing, that time that you cannot get back. So let's chat about some time-consuming marketing tactics that you need to just leave behind. And I'm going to start with one I have mentioned before, but it's worth mentioning again. Stop trying to be on every single social media network. Now look, don't get me wrong. Social media is very useful for marketing. It's highly useful, right? Companies have started the practice of hiring entire personnel to handle their social media presence and even, having a budget for their social media marketing, right? And why not? I mean, it's an astounding tool for building your brand awareness as well as just becoming known and scaling operations. I've been involved in a number of enterprises that have done just that and done it very, very well. So you're going, well, what's the problem, Tracy? You've done it. You got other people doing it. I think the key here is that as you're jumping on the social media bandwagon, well, let's step back and say, who's your tribe? Who's your target? And where are they? Because odds are, while they may poke around on all of the platforms at one point or another, where are they spending the bulk of their time, right? If you're targeting professionals, business professionals, well, perhaps Facebook and LinkedIn is the right place for you. Maybe you don't need to be on Pinterest because your business professionals are hardly ever there. And when they are there, they're not there that often, right? If you're targeting the artsy craftsy folks, well, maybe you don't need to be on LinkedIn as much. Maybe you need to be on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest or whatever the mix might be. Growing your community on social media is the right thing to do. What I'm saying is manage your time and go where your tribe is. And to do that, you're going to have to understand the habits of your target audience and focus your time and energy and money, focus your resources on the platforms that are creating the biggest impact for you. I mean, if you're just mindlessly throwing your resources, your time and your money and your energy each and every day to every one of the social platforms, you're going to go wide, but you're going to be like a millimeter deep. You want to find where they're at, right? And go deep so that you can truly engage with them and learn more about them and their needs and service them the best you can. And number two, and while we're talking about social media, I think what I've seen a lot of folks do is try to mimic some of the big brands. When I say big brands, I'm talking about Apple and Coca-Cola and Home Depot big, right? And what they're doing is they're creating multiple accounts in their social media for different marketing, one for the brand and one for the logistics area and one for the marketing department and one for the customer service department. You're not Apple. You're not Coca-Cola. And if you are, I'm not sure why you're listening to this podcast. If you are and you're a part of any one of those companies, welcome. Thank you. I'm honored. But I don't think you, my friend, as the entrepreneur, the ready to start, restart, and kickstart, are an Apple. You're not a Coca-Cola. I'm hoping you will be one day. So you don't need 3, 5, 10 social media accounts all on the same network. I mean, all the time invested in creating those multiple accounts and then filling them with content, meaningful content, is burnout, just in the making, right? And again, this is going to come back to the, I think you're throwing this wide net out, but you're going an inch deep. No, throw a narrow net out and go 10 feet deep, 20 feet deep, 100 feet deep with your one account. Now, for me, I have a personal account, which, I happily share with all the folks that step into my sphere of influence. But then I have the Dark Horse Entrepreneur accounts across the different social medias. But I focus on Facebook and Instagram, right? And, a little bit in LinkedIn, because that's where a lot of my folks are. But I don't have an account for the marketing aspect of Dark Horse Entrepreneur and for the customer service aspect of Dark Horse Entrepreneur. I have one, and that's it, right? So I would highly recommend, if you're doing the multiple account angle, you might be spinning your wheels in a shallow arena. Go deep on one account. Okay, let me get off my social media bandwagon and let's talk about your website and backlinks, right? Now, we all know there's a benefit of the inbound links, right? That's definitely going to help you with the Google rankings so that you'll get up there in the top of the search engine results pages, the SERPs, right? And to do that, you're going to need some inbound links. Now, having inbound links from all these random websites that have no DA, no domain authority, that's not going to do you any good. You can use services like Moz to check the DA of websites, and knowing the DA of websites would help you approach only those websites that are authoritative and relevant for the target market you're going after. Let's give you a quick example. If you can get a single link from someone like, Entrepreneur Magazine or Forbes, right, that aligns with your target market, that one link will serve you way better than having all these multiple backlinks from these small, unknown, random websites that maybe aren't even quite aligned with who your target market is. This means rather than wasting your time on increasing the number of backlinks, you need to be focused on getting a smaller quantity of higher quality backlinks. You can achieve this using tactics like a guest posting, right? And creating quality shareable content. And that leads right into number 4. Stop playing the numbers game with your content or blog. Content marketing is huge, right? It's got to be a prominent part of your business and your marketing. And actually going to spend some time later this week chatting about that in future episodes. But so many marketers are out there just pumping out posts at the speed of light. And, statistically, more over the past few years, more blogs and blog posts have proven to get you more traffic to the website. So does that mean that posting more and more content is rewarding? No, you can't see me, but I'm sitting here shaking my head no, right? I think over time, what I have seen is so many entrepreneurs and small businesses spreading their resources so thin to execute that kind of tactic that they compromise the quality of the content in the hopes for that higher traffic. But here's the thing. Google ain't that stupid, y'all, right? They just ain't that dumb. Google can penalize your content if the traffic that you get just kind of bounces right back off, right? So if for some reason you actually get up there for a search term and because you've stuffed it with keywords and they click on it and it doesn't resonate, well, Google's going to see that bounce and start dropping you back down, and now your website is getting dinged because you did not deliver quality content, right? Yeah, aim for some numbers, but man, balance the numbers with quality. So you really want to create quality content that delivers value. Doing this is going to help you enhance your website's visibility and organic traffic over time. And I know you want it to happen faster, but it's really about getting your content out there in an optimized manner, right? Content, they say content wins. I really think the real true statement is optimized content wins. And while we're talking about content, I think one of the things that we always want to ask folks to do is, comment on our content. And I know I always ask about, the scribes, ratings, and reviews for a podcast. But inside your blog or in your show notes for your podcast, one of the things a lot of folks like to do is engage with every message and comment. And here's the thing. Here's what's really cool. When you first begin your blog or start things off and the traffic starts to come in slowly and the number of comments and messages is like, 1, 2, 4, 1, 4, engaging with everyone that comments right there helps build up your community and the core following, which is awesome. However, when you've achieved a good amount of followers, replying to everyone almost becomes counterproductive. You're going to have to find the right balance between being actively engaged and wasting your damn time. There's a thin line between the two, and at times it can be a bit of a gray area to distinguish between the two. But at the end of the day, marketing should not be too time consuming. If it's wasting your time without giving you profitable dividends, there's a clear indicator that maybe you need to back up the trolley a little bit. Engage with your audience, and you should be able to getting some relevant feedback from that. Hey, if they keep engaging with you, maybe you move them to a space where that engagement is a little easier to do, a Facebook group, a Twitter, whatever it is. I guess when it comes to the engagement, I would find the interactions that are worth your time, right? So the ones that just kind of say, a great post, we don't need to respond to every single one of those. You know, I have to say thank you. I've been there. I've done that. But those ones that maybe prompt further dialogue, now those are the ones you definitely want to engage in and get more feedback and add value to the conversation. Look, I think the purpose of this particular episode is to make you mindful, one, that time is your most valuable currency as an entrepreneur, as a businessman or businesswoman, a business owner. And it's important that you keep track of your activities, optimize your processes, and eliminate any of those activities or processes or engagements that are not yielding you results. If you're not getting a good ROI, it's time to pivot. It's time to learn from your feedback, right? Stand up, dust yourself off, reset your trajectory, and evolve and adapt to those learnings. All right, my Dark Horse friends and family, tomorrow we're going to chat about why content marketing should definitely be a part of your core branding. Now, I know you want to keep getting all these daily success tips, and so you need to make sure you go on there and mash that subscribe button while you're there. Yep, that's right. Drop us a 5-star rating. Hit us up with some kind words in the review. These subscribes, ratings, and reviews. Tell those podcast platforms that you're getting that value and lift us up just a little bit in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So take a moment, show the love, and help spread the word. And hey, come on over and join myself and other driven entrepreneurs like yourself in the Facebook group. Go to facebook.com, type Dark Horse Tribe in that search bar. You should see us there right at the top. If for some reason you can't find us that way, go to your favorite web browser, type in darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe. That should take you right there. Heck, if you look down in the show notes, you'll see the link to join the Dark Horse Facebook group right there. Click that link, and I look forward to meeting you in the group. All right, you get out there. You run your race. You get your results. Come onto the group. Share them with us. I want to celebrate with you. Until tomorrow, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this!
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.